Welcome to the 12 Days of Christmas, Day 10. Today we're going to learn a simple bulk card that you can create with just a few supplies. Hi there and welcome to Day 10 of the 12 Days of Christmas. Today we're starting a little bit differently on Cricut Design Space. You can adapt this project to use die cuts or whatever you need to use to or Cricut Craft Room or your silhouette or whatever you can adapt this to. So today I'm going to be looking for an ornament die cut, and I'm looking for something sort of circular and nothing fancy, just a one layer ornament. So I'm going to pick this one because I'm actually subscribed to Cricut Craft Space and I have access to it, called Holiday and Ivy. I'm going to insert the image, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take off that layer and take off that back layer. So I just have a one layer simple ornament. I'm going to shrink this down to about 1 1/4 inch by 2 inches. The next thing I'm going to do is turn on my Cricut and click go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make personally one card on this video, but I'm going to cut out enough shapes so that you can make bulk cards on this one. So I'm going to see exactly how many ornaments will fit on this piece of paper if you're using a 12 by 12 piece of paper. And I'm going to need about four per project, maybe 3. We'll see how it works. So I'm going to go with 50 and see how that works. Okay, so this one piece of paper can cut out 48 of these ornaments, and that's really great because yeah, you can get a lot out of your project. And so I'm going to take a really quick look here at the lines that this Cricut is showing me, because I'm going to cut my paper accordingly. I don't want to use the same type of paper for all of my ornaments. What I'm going to use is double-sided paper, and I'm going to do 4 and 4 so that it cuts out two different patterns for each one. So I'm just going to take a look at my 4 line here, and I'm going to need it at about 5 and I'm going to need it almost in the middle of 5.5, maybe 1 tick higher on the paper, and then the rest can be something else. So I'm just going to apply my Cricut mat, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then all I'm going to do extra on the screen, which I'm not going to show you, is click go. So I'm over here on my Cricut mat, and I cut out my pieces of paper to be 5 5/8 of an inch because that's what my Cricut kind of showed me. So I'm going to line up my Christmas patterned paper on one, and that is double-sided, and this is also double-sided. So it's going to cut out 4 ornaments in a row on this side and 4 ornaments in a row on this side, and then hopefully I'm going to get the cutting right so that I'll get several cards made out of just this one sheet of paper. Now, as you can see, you can even put, if you don't have double-sided paper, you can simply do another cut here, and then you can have your other side of paper here. It's just to make things go faster. I'm going to cut these out now. Okay, now that I'm finished cutting, I can show you the reveal of all the ornaments that are cut out. It took my Cricut about 2 to 3 minutes to cut all the ornaments out, and in that time you can be folding your card bases, getting your kind of assembly line all set up and ready with the ink and stamp you want for your sentiment, etc. So this card here, I would say you can make, whether you put 3 or 4 ornaments on the card, you can make, I would say, at least 10 cards in about less than 10 minutes. So this is a really easy, simple, quick card. If you have to make a ton of Christmas cards, it's really just perfect. So I'm not going to remove all of these ornaments. I'm just going to remove enough to show you how to make the card. All right, now that we have everything cut up, I wanted to show you a couple of variations. So we're going to start off with a top folding card for both of these, or a top and a side folding card, sorry. And I'm going to use, for these ones, I'm going to use 3 of the ornaments. So again, this is a super simple very, very simple card that you can make for friends and family or to whomever. I think what I always kind of make cards I make cards for different people, and I find that you know, sometimes I make them in bulk and sometimes I make individual cards depending on who the person is, and you know, the people that really appreciate your handmade cards. And so these are perfect for colleagues, I find, or you know, those you have to make in bulk. And okay, so I did that and just attached them to my card. And I didn't do anything special. You can even, if you don't like the way that that looks, you can simply remove them and kind of put them so, you know, those two aren't beside each other, rather under each other, those patterns. Or if you want to use 3 different patterns, that's cool too. Whatever you want. The next thing you can do, I do have a die cut that would actually cut out the string and bow, and I like that look. But I wanted to show you, just in case you don't have that. And this is really just like card making for people who are just starting out. It's a perfect card. So all I'm doing, because all you need is 1 die or whatever you need for the ornaments. For the paper, you can cut them out by hand, whatever you want. And all I'm doing is taking my card, and I just used a black pen, and I did a little ornament. Now if you want to make a little bow, you can do that too. It's almost like making a little heart. Whatever works for you. And then the last step would be to just stamp your sentiment, which I'm using just a Merry Christmas stamp set, or stamp. And make sure that's right side up. I'm just going to put Merry Christmas on the bottom corner of the page. And that is a very, very quick, clean, and simple card that you can make. Okay, now I hope you enjoyed today's video tutorial on creating bulk simple cards for beginners. And even if you're not a beginner, I still hope that you enjoyed the card making and making 3 different cards with me today and seeing the difference between making a simple card and more complicated, and how easy card making and homemade card making can be. Thank you so, so much for watching, and continue on to day 11 tomorrow, and day 12 will be the last day. Thanks so much.